In this video, we'll knock out 3 principles. The first one is the principle of not breeding eugenic evil slime. The second is the principle of a superior group. The third is the principle of no contrast benefiting. So the principle of not breeding eugenic evil slime goes like this. The eugenicists, as I've gone over before, wanted to team up with the rich female with the scientist. Okay, so this is basically a group of scientists who are perverts, who look for health, right? Health, wealth, and stealth are connected in this sense. I'm sure you'll figure it out, write those 3 words down, health, wealth, and stealth. They basically wanted to extract the healthy, attractive females from college and anywhere else they could find them and breed them with scientists like them, okay, regardless of what other qualities they have. And they called this morality, when it's really licentiousness in its most organized and repugnant manner. You know, it's licentiousness, sexual immorality, and of course these guys historically violated the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution. And that's part of why the eugenics in popular culture is said to have kind of taken a few steps back, but of course it's here in full force. All right, so this is the idea. Of course, it takes on another part where it's the rich guy breeding with the idea of a smart female in college. So it's either way, it's these guys who are scum in their social clubs trying to extract the attractive females. If they're rich and they're not that scientific like, you know, they'll still extract a hot chick who's a scientist or something. This is what it's for, and you can imagine how it plays out. Okay, so it's the principle of not contributing to this, and every culture that is allowed upholds this eugenic construct. Okay. All right, so the principle of a superior group. So basically the idea, when you're serving the most morally sound, valid person, okay, principle, you're above these groups that aren't. Okay, you know, for example, the Boy Scouts will claim that they're serving the most valid principles, but they're not. Okay, they're just a propaganda group that upholds the state's propaganda. Okay, so somebody's actually trying to restore the martial art order is doing that. So so if you're serving yourself in a way that is less moral, okay, obviously you're inferior to the people who's actually serving the moral order, right? Their cause is greater, cause and effect. The greater cause, the effect is it's a greater group, a more superior group, supernatural, superhuman, superman, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, and obviously to try to confuse this issue makes that group more inferior. So the more you try to confuse the issue, the more inferior that group is. Okay, so the last one is the principle of no contrast. Okay, the principle of no contrast. Those who benefit from the contrast, okay, are basically benefiting from ill-gotten gains. Even if you're not directly involved in sabotaging a group, if you roll with it as if that group is actually inferior, then you are benefiting from the contrast. So the principle is that your group should go out of its way to make clear everything that's going on and everyone who's being done wrong accurately, right? Moral precision, moral accuracy, moral acuity, moral intelligence, moral maturity. Okay, these things should be understood, and you should not benefit from the contrast. Okay, for me, I'm from a royal family of people who come from the most marginalized and oppressed people on the planet. So there's no benefiting of ill-gotten gains because my line didn't cheat anyone in my village and group and tribe or anyone else for me to come out handsome over the years. And of course, they've drugged me and done things to mess up my eyes and take away from my physical appeal and reduce the admirations of potential wives to pretty much nothing. So they're benefiting from the contrast of me. Never in my life have I benefited from the contrast of other people being sabotaged. Right? Contrast, con, trace.